15 inches tall. He's got a pointy nose, but you know, most of all, Dave has got ambition because this is a dog that wants to make it in the movies. And with a talent like this, I think it's probably best that I let him speak for himself.
Oi, Chris, stop hogging the camera. I'm supposed to be the star. I'm the lead without a lead.
Dave is a star of the Canine Film Academy in Berkshire, a stage school for dogs.
Want to succeed in showbiz? You gotta move, gotta weave, gotta rub up against the right people.
Dave is a very unusual dog. He's my baby. He was one of 3 puppies. And he was huge. The other puppies all weighed in at a regular weight of 3 ounces when they were born, and David was 9, and he was a breech birth. He was actually called Slug for the first 3 weeks of his life because he was white and he had little sticky out legs, and all the other puppies were up on their feet and running around, and he was so fat that he couldn't move. And we did actually think for a while that there might be something terminally wrong with him.
Oi, it was puppy fat. I was putting on weight for my first role as a heavyweight boxer dog. Seconds out, Hound 1.
When will I be famous?
As well as training classes, the Academy holds photo shoots so that potential future stars can get together a portfolio and be advertised on the Academy website. The Canine Film Academy students have been in TV commercials, films and magazines. The top dogs at the school are known as the Martini dogs because, according to Katie Rourke, they really do it anytime, any place, anywhere. So what does it take to make it in the industry?
Well, what I'm looking for is the right temperament to start off with. You know, the dog's got to be really confident about being on set. Can't be scared about people coming at it, you know, fast with cameras and having booms stuck under its nose and all that sort of stuff for sound. Then I'm looking for colour. I don't want a dog that's too dark. I certainly don't want a dog that's going to have a black face and very dark, treacly coloured eyes. Something which has got lighter eyes and a dark face may work quite well. But ideal is something like this, lovely dark eyes in a pale face and a really laid-back temperament. And I can pick her up and I can put her down and she just goes to sleep. It's perfect.
Oh la la! But of course I am wonderful. I am French.
Well, that's cool, but with a bum, it's not going to work, is it?
It's always the pretty ones who get the work. I never get to curl up on the casting couch. You just can't trust these froggy doggies.
The odds are quite stacked against most people, especially if you've got a fairly common breed. If you've got something like a Labrador, or you've got, I don't know, Springer Spaniels. We have them coming out of our ears at the moment. But if you've got a really unusual crossbreed that's bright and well-trained, then that's a really nice dog to have on set.
Beauty is, it might be in the eye of the beholder, but it's also a fashionable thing as well. So what's in vogue, as it were, for the look of a dog?
Jack Russells. Jack Russells, please, more Jack Russells.
You got it. I'm your man. Best friend.
As well as having fun, the dogs work towards activities which will make them useful in advertising. Here, Dasher the Beagle demonstrates how to endorse a product for a photograph.
Hang on, wait. What's my motivation for this?
So she's going to it now, Mary, so the next step is to get her to settle on it. But I'm delighted that she's going out, so that's great. Well done, you all. Fantastic, well done. Hey! The world is the dog's oyster, really. There's not very little that you can't teach a dog if you break down the exercises and make it in easy increments, and that's really what it's about.
Okay, how about some sunscreen? It's going to be hot. Let's take your sunglasses. Good girl. Okay, now how about a champagne glass? Yeah.
When you see dogs on film, those dogs have been trained in little tiny bits, and then we put it all together.
Are you ready? Let's go. Come on.
This is a perfume advert, not a documentary. I cannot believe you turned up.
It's just like growing a tree. You actually need to put the roots down.
Sit. Drop.
You need the basic exercises, which is getting a dog's attention.
Down.
having the dog walk nicely by your side, learning how to sit, learning how to lie down, learning how to stay, and learning how to be comfortable in those exercises.
Madam, Gage. She's going to do a flat with a dead tail. This is hard for her because she never stops wagging it. Yes. Took far longer to teach her to stop wagging her tail. Gage, flat. Yes, good girl.
Training a dog is hard work. It's not that it is difficult, but it does take a lot of patience and a lot of commitment.
And there are some tricks that may be great if you've got the build for it. But imagine trying this with a Great Dane.
There are people who would have a dog and would like a push button. They see one man and his dog and they think, oh, Border Collie's born trained. No dog is born trained. I personally think dogs are best trained in the company of other dogs because they learn to concentrate on their owners rather than just the other dogs that are around them.
Hey, you're lovely. You've got me really hot under the collar.
Sorry, pup. Two's company, flea's a crowd. And watch out, Beagle's about.
Dash will probably show you how this is not done, but he will do it with such panache and flair and style, he'll have you in stitches anyway, and we love him. OK, Susan, in your own time.
Dogs grow up playing, and they know how to do that. They probably know how to do that better than we know how to do that because they work on each other's body language. So what we're teaching dogs is how much fun we are, and then we reward them for doing what we want them to do.
Of all the people that come to the CFA, maybe 5% are real Mrs. Robinsons and want to get their daughters on the stage, and they're really pushy. And generally, they're not the people we like working with. We would rather work with a difficult dog than a difficult owner. And if the owner's pushy, then I'm afraid it makes it very difficult days filming, very hard work. So I'd choose somebody who was easier to work with. So it's not just the dog, I'm afraid, it's the dog and handler combination.
Time for this month to strut. Doggywood, here I come.
The Oscar goes to...
That should be moi. They said, are you the greatest? I said, oui, oui. They said, oui, oui. And now I need a oui, oui.
Flossie, come on. You're not quite Greta Garbo. Bit more Barbara Streisand from the 70s, but she's such a star, I was tempted to let her do the next introduction. But on second thoughts, I think I'll hand over to Renee. Actor Gordon Kay is going to tell us some true tales of the French resistance and how some extraordinary work in Sussex